Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another one of my mini series on the Megan Tobias method of how to do college. So today's video is going to be probably one of the most important ones, and I hope you think so too. This is how to read efficiently. Now this is so important that my college does an entire little workshop on how to read efficiently. Because I'm a history student as well as a theater student, and history people, we read so many books, and it is overwhelming how many books we have, but you need to read them. And sometimes having multiple books for a class and having to read multiple chapters is daunting. I had one class for my history where I had to read an entire book in a week. 8 books to 12 for the whole semester. I was stressed out. So this is what I learned on how to read efficiently. First of all, try to read the whole book in its entirety. If you are given a chapter or two per class, that is something that you can break down and do for yourself. We're going back to World Theater 1. I have my bracket here, and I like to take notes a very specific way. So pretty much, I will read the chapter, I will highlight what's important in the chapter, and then if there's a paragraph where I have multiple things highlighted, like over here, I will just take a sticky note and write the main thesis or point of that paragraph just to help me out for studying purposes later. But honestly, doing this will get you to understand and read and get ready for quizzes and tests. But I understand that that's not always an option. Sometimes, and it has happened for this class, I have had to rush. I have not been able to read the paper or the chapter, and it has been really stressful going to class knowing I'm going to have a quiz and knowing I didn't read the material. So first and foremost, like I said, try to read the paper, try to read the chapter, try to read the book, but understand that that's just not possible sometimes. So the other thing you can do is this, and this is what the Read Efficiently class taught me. It is read the first sentence of the first paragraph. Read the last sentence of that first paragraph. If those two sentences make sense and are very similar, that means that all the information in that paragraph is superfluous. So you don't need that information. It's probably going to be like, Janie's dress was blue. You don't need that information, so move on to the next paragraph. Read the first sentence of that paragraph. Read the last sentence of that paragraph. If they don't sound similar or they don't match up, go back and read that paragraph and move on. If you use that method, you can complete an entire book within a few hours. And like I said, that's not the most effective way to get information because you're still missing out on the superfluous information that you may not think is important, but a teacher might. But you get the main point of the paper, you get the main point of the book, you get the main point of the chapter, you get what the teacher wants you to understand without overloading yourself with too much information. That is the best way to read a book, especially if it's a really dry read. I've had a few of those as a history student where I just can't get through a paragraph where they go on and on about a single detail that you don't think is very important. Move on to the next paragraph. It will save you a lot of time. And I'm nervous to say this last one because this is like DEFCON 1, like last case scenario. Please don't need to use this, but I have had to use this a few times. I feel like I'm a bad student for doing this. If you had so much to do that week, had so much to do before that class that you didn't get to read that book, like the entirety of the book, like the whole semester you've been putting it off, like, oh, I'm gonna read it later, I'm gonna read it later, I'm gonna read it later, and then finals come and you realize you did not read that book, or the class comes where the book is supposed to be read and you realize you did not even open that book. I've been there. It's so stressful. Look up that book online in a newspaper. Look for a newspaper review, and a credible newspaper review like the New York Times, just great book reviews. Read that entire article. In that article will be the thesis statement of the piece, will be the supporting details of the piece. It will be the bare bones of the book that you didn't even open. So when you go to class and they're discussing it, you better raise your hand really quickly and talk about the thesis statement or one of the supporting arguments, and then take the most pristine notes you've ever taken in your life, so that you can look back and be like, yeah, I remember reading this from the article, but now I have these notes to back it up. I do not suggest using this for every single time, but like I said, I had to read a book a week one semester, and I could not do it. I had so much, I was taking 20 credits, and you just don't have time to do it all there. So my friend taught me that, and it saved my butt a few classes. And it's important to try to read the books, but honestly, if you cannot, and I understand, that is last resort. How to read efficiently. There you go. That's pretty easy. I feel like this video was pretty pointless, but I hope you guys learned something. This is part 3 of my I don't know how many part series. So I think there's like 1 or 2 more videos left. The Megan Tobias method for how to succeed in college. If you have any other suggestions for college students or people going into college about this subject specifically, how to read efficiently, leave them in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. Let's help out as many people as we can, because like I said, first semester of college is the roughest transitional period. It is nothing like high school, and nothing can possibly prepare you for it. So I'm going to try. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one.